Deep down in my heart, I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one.
Oh, I haven't said it.
Wait, no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Hey, look.
So white is better than all.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
Hey.
I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about
Hey,
it.
I'm not racist though. I like all types of kinds.
Did I say I don't like people?
People only
You
think
just
that.
Wait, so you said you are what? You are
You
racist?
saying you're like.
You're
I think
racist?
everybody's a racist at that level.
No, you said you are racist.
I did. Yeah, I'm
Say
trying to
it.
be
Yes,
honest.
I'm racist.
No, I'm not saying it again. I've said it enough.
So you're
I
racist.
think I slightly told you to stop speaking. Yes,
Put your phone up.
I respected you.
I'm
I
putting the
actually
phone up.
respected you for a while, but like
I'm putting the
now,
phone up.
I don't even got no more respect for you.
Put it up.
Yeah, for real. I don't think I got respect for him no more, bro.
You know, you should have more respect because I'm honest.
So he's openly admitted to his students that he's racist. He's basically saying that he doesn't dislike people, but he thinks his race is superior to all races, which is a very dangerous train of thought to go down, because it starts off as maybe you just think you're better, and it could really spiral into something quite disgusting. I mean, we've seen tyranny happen that way before. We've seen it happen. If you think you're superior to another race, we've seen what happens with that. It's a weird train of thought to go down, because what about your race, any race in particular, makes you superior? I mean, sure, there might be certain races that are bigger and stronger, but then they might be lacking in other areas. Like, I don't know what specifically someone could tell me makes them the superior race on the planet. What are we measuring that by? What are the parameters?
Yeah, exactly. What is it being measured by? Because
It's a bit
no
reductive.
one is better than anyone. Do you know what I mean?
No, I believe there's people that are better than other people, but not on the
don't
basis
think
of
so.
race. Like, you're going to be better than me at certain things, and maybe you're better than me at everything
But
that I
then
do.
it's such a big spectrum
Yeah.
that can branch off onto so many different avenues. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think race, the color of your skin.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
I don't think that's how you would measure it. I mean, you could measure specific things to
But-
say you're better than someone at this and you're
Yeah.
better than someone at that.
Yeah.
And maybe you could say I'm a better human being than person X who's done
Yeah.
heinous things. But on the basis of race, that doesn't really make sense to me.
But I think he is talking solely from a place of racism, that it has nothing to actually do with anything else.
Yeah, well, let's hear what else he has to say.
Yeah.
So you are a racist?
Damn, how many times I gotta say it?
Are you been cussing at me?
No, I'm not cussing at anybody. I'm
he's
I'm frustrated with this conversation.
That's you started. You're the one that said you were a racist.
You asked the question.
No, you were talking to him.
Get it,
and
Mello.
he said, yes, I'm a racist. Yes.
Somebody asked the question, I responded.
I'll be sure to put this on the internet.
Hey, I hope you know I'm famous, so I'm gonna play on the internet.
I'll be sure to put this on the internet.
Yeah, you guys do what you need to do.
I'm gonna call my father and tell him to post this.
Miss Horde is right over there.
And you know my
And
dad
this
has
board
over
is
a million
black.
on Instagram, so I'm gonna tell him to post this.
You guys don't think that I've made peace with all this stuff? You think I'm still walking around prejudiced against people?
A racist. Well, are you trying to say you used to think that?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, you
Then why'd you say I am?
You said
I
I am
am. You
racist.
said I am racist, which means I think
No,
I'm
you said
racist.
I am racist. That means you're
With the hard
That
S.
means right now. Like you're
With the
racist.
hard S.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Can I finish? Just let me finish, okay?
I thought we were done.
I think it's,
He's starting to think up something to say.
you don't know me at all. You can put words in my mouth. Just
I'm
let
just
me
trying
finish.
to quote on what you
I'm trying to explain to you something that I've learned in my life. That's all I'm trying to say.
I have to go. Like I actually have to go now.
Go get the person fast.
Alright.
Okay, can I go to the restaurant? I have to do
Yeah.
No.
If you weren't, you would have. If you weren't, you would not have just said.
you treat
my
me.
racist.
I
No,
know.
you guys.
You treat me the wrongest out of everybody, because every time you would let these groups, you let them go to Miss Children's
Yeah.
when they're passing. But when I need to go, no, you can't go. Like, bro, that's racist. And guess what? They're all not in my skin color, so you know that's kind of
So if I was racist, I wouldn't let you go to the restroom, would I?
But you don't want him in your I mean, you're wrong both ways. I gotta go, Miss Dada. I'll see you later. All I'll say.
It's a bit of a bizarre position to take. And I couldn't really hear him because the kid kept talking over him like all the time. But from what I understand, he believes that white people are superior to all races, but I couldn't hear why. And I would like to know why exactly he thinks that. What makes you think, or actually anyone out there, what makes you think that your race is better than any others? And I mean that genuinely. It's not me asking in like a inflammatory way. I genuinely would like to know what makes people think their race is better than any other race. Because that doesn't really make sense to me. Because I don't understand how you measure it. What are you measuring that? Is it intelligence? Is it brute strength? Is it, I don't know, willpower? Is it, I don't know. I don't even know what you would measure that by. It's a bit of a bizarre take to have. And then to tell children that, it seems, I hope he got suspended. I don't think you should have a teacher like that in the school. He seems a bit idiotic.
Absolutely not. I just don't know what goes through people's minds as well to think it's okay to even say anything like that, especially to your students as well. And them students looked quite young.
Black students as well is a
Yeah,
bit pretty
it's just
crazy.
Yeah, it's how is that going to sort of affect them mentally? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's horrible.
Yeah, we look at people on an individual basis and what you can bring to society and what you can provide. We don't look at it based on race. I don't think that a white man can provide more to society than me on the basis that he's white. It would be on the basis of his experience. I don't think a black man is necessarily going to do better than me or a white person in a particular sport just because they're black. They might have inherent genetic benefits. You're not superior just because of the color of your skin or where you're from. It's all of your experiences and how you decide to let that manifest in yourself that makes you who you are. And then we measure how good you are as a person at certain sports or activities or in academia based on what you're able to provide. We don't measure it on your race. I don't even know what to say. It's such a weird thing to say to a bunch of kids.
I just found that whole video quite bizarre.
Yeah, I mean,
confusing. Yeah.
I would have to say he's a racist, obviously. Like,
yeah, 100%, 100%.
I can't think of a plausible reason that he could give for something like that. I just can't. It makes no sense. I'm trying to make sense of it so I can provide you guys with some sort of explanation, but I have nothing. I can't sit here and tell you that I think blacks are more superior to whites because, and I can't sit here and tell you I think Hispanics are more superior to, I don't know. I can't tell you that I think anyone is more superior to anyone. It makes no sense to me. I could tell you that a group of people do better in certain areas and then give you the reasons why they do better in those areas. For example, a lot of our Olympian runners are black, and that's something that they practice heavily in in Africa and Jamaica is the dash or the sprint or whatever they call it. And I can tell you that like Russian or wrestlers from Dagestan tend to do really well because wrestling is something that they push out there. But I don't think a kid that is born Russian is just going to be a better wrestler than me if I've been doing wrestling all my life. It comes down to experience. And there's certain parts of the world where they prioritize certain things. And so they end up being better at those things. But it's not because of their race. It's because their race chose to do something. You're not just born good at something, you work at it. Some people are more talented and they're more genetically gifted, but you're not just better because you're white or you're black or you're male or you're female or whatever. It's just, for him to be a teacher saying that shit, unless someone can provide me with reasons, I really don't have anything on this. I just thought it'd be good to show people that because it's a bit of a crazy thing to tell, especially tell black kids, looking at them as an old white man. Like, you got to look at the optics of that situation. It does look a bit sus. Like, I mean, not even sus. It looks racist. It is racist.
Yeah.